Love for me is about the heart, and there's not a color you can put on that.
Whew, it's hot in here.
Matt is like the most gorgeous man I've ever seen.
He just keeps getting hotter. Whew, it's just like, yum, daddy.
Woohoo! We got him laughing already. The it man right now of ABC, a little incognito. Good morning, Matt James. ABC's The Bachelor. How are you?
Watching that will never get normal. That'll never be normal. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, Natalie.
You know what? It's funny you should say normal because there was a lot of things that was not normal about your season here. Of course, we're only really halfway through it. But first you had the pandemic. So many times the contestants and Bachelor gets to go to all these crazy locations. Little different, but you didn't really have any experience to compare it to because in a long time, you were one of the first contestants that didn't have any ties to previous seasons. Overall, let's talk about your experience. Was that a good thing that you didn't have anything to compare it to as you stepped into the shoes of The Bachelor?
I think it was personally just because I didn't have any, there was nothing to compare it against. I'm just sitting there in these very unnatural situations trying to figure out how to navigate them, and there's nothing to fall back on from experience. So I'm just pulling from how I was raised and the experiences that I had growing up, and just where my belief systems and values are rooted in, and that's really what I was able to rely on.
Nothing normal about a house full of girls, or maybe this has happened in your past, I don't know, all being competitive and clamoring for your attention. I feel like a lot of the contestants these days have seen the show, so they kind of come in knowing it's going to be competitive. And boy, we saw that in the group that you did have. But what I really liked is you were able to tell the ones who were really nice at their core. Am I just picking up on that as a viewer and as a fan, or were you able to pick up the vibes? Because it seems like those are the ones, the nice ones, that are really standing out to you right now.
You can just tell right away, and not even on the show, just when you meet someone in general, just that aura that they give off, and what they choose to talk about and what they choose to give light and energy. And I saw that very early on with a bunch of the women that I gravitated towards. We were just extremely compatible, and a lot of our views and beliefs and things that we find important meshed. And I continue to explore those relationships as the season carries on, and I'm excited for everyone else to see them as well.
Well, I loved how the last episode that we were able to see, you said that some of these qualities you were seeing are not qualities you want in a wife. And we were addressing a little bit of bullying, a toxic environment happening. Again, this was the last episode that we were able to see. And you were saying that those qualities, though, I know there's a certain teacher that perhaps stands out, and that kind of attributes to your work in the community. But the situation overall, bringing in those 5 new girls, I kind of felt bad for them for a while. Explain what you were able to see, because it really is a different world from what we see in the house as viewers and fans to what you actually see. Did you know that was going on?
You have no idea. You watch it back, and again, you just, in the moment, you try to use your best judgment. And I think that as you continue to have conversations and you see what's important to people, what isn't important, what they choose to talk about, and how they choose to spend your very limited time together, it's relatively easy to form those stronger bonds, and the ones that you're not forming strong relationships just fall to the wayside. So it works itself out organically.
Well, when we first got to meet you in your introduction on the first episode, you said some things that I thought were really special. You stressed that everything happens for a reason and everything is a blessing. Now that you are incognito, the experience is over, you're watching it back. Was this experience a blessing for you?
Absolutely, because I don't think that God makes mistakes, and he put me in this position for a reason. And the reason for me was to meet these incredible women. And that's what I'm excited for everyone else to experience, is how incredible these women were that I had the opportunity to meet in court and follow that journey along as the weeks continue.
As crazy as it seems, even watching back, like you were already saying. So you are watching the episodes?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, my mom's texting me, calling me during the episodes, asking me a bunch of questions. So it's fun. It's been a fun thing to share with my friends and family.
Okay, we're out of time. I do have to ask that. We were able to catch up with Tayshia, and I'm so happy to see she still seems happy now that her season's over. And I just want to end your interview the same way. And this is how I kind of judge. Okay, Matt, are you happy right now?
I'm very happy.
Okay. Okay. I like seeing that smile. You can, of course, see more of Matt's smile on The Bachelor right here on ABC. Thank you for your time. Take care and be well, okay?
Thank you, Natalie. I'll see you next weekend. I'll be there for the Super Bowl.
Oh, hey, there you go. I love that. Go Bucks, I hope.
Go Bucks, of course.
It's what we like. I even like you even more now that you said that, Matt. Thanks again.
Thank you for having me.